Hello and welcome to this week's video. I'm Nancy from Desert Haven in Lancaster, California. I teach employment skills and I help people find work out in the community. Today I want to talk about teamwork, but more specifically, how being flexible on the job is an important part of teamwork. Flexible employees are willing to do whatever it is necessary to get the task done, whether that means taking on more responsibility, doing different tasks, or doing extra work. Saying yes to a new or different task could help you learn new jobs and someday get promoted, because being flexible is an important teamwork skill. Flexibility is also known as adaptability, the ability to adapt or change to different situations on the job. Every workplace needs their employees to be flexible with their job assignments to support the goal of the whole business. You have to look outside just your own work and make sure that you're participating in the team goals, whether that's in a restaurant or a retail store or a factory, wherever it is that you're working, you're part of a larger team and your goals and the team goals need to be the same. You want to make sure that the company is getting the job done. Flexibility means having an open-minded, team-centered attitude. It's not just you, it's the whole team. Sometimes you have to change your job within that team to help support the company goals. If your manager or supervisor asks you to help on an urgent project, think about how it will benefit the team. It might even benefit your career if you get to learn something new. Don't complain and say things like, oh, I hate that job, I don't like doing that job, or I liked what I was doing before. Teamwork is not about complaining. Teamwork is about being open-minded and a team-centered attitude. Flexible and adaptable mean the same thing at work. To adapt means to change as needed, being willing to change jobs when your manager or your supervisor need you to change jobs. You should always be willing to adapt to make sure that your company is successful. Over here is a list of things, how important adaptability is. That you're open to new trends. I like this one, not rigid in thoughts. Don't be rigid, don't be strict in your thought process. Help be an effective problem solver. Instead of just complaining, come to your supervisor with a solution first. If you have a problem, here's my idea of how to solve it. That is much more helpful for the team than just complaining. Being able to listen, being able to communicate, acknowledging other people's point of view. Or again, you may not understand the big picture of why you need to go and work on a different job today, but it's probably important to your supervisor or they wouldn't have asked you to do it. More productivity. Stay calm and confident. Your boss wouldn't put you on the job if they didn't think you could do it. And diversify your knowledge, which is a fancy way of saying you get to learn new things, and as you learn new things, you become a more valuable employee. How can you be more adaptable? Number one, be flexible. Flexible in your job assignments. Have a positive attitude. That's the next one. Focus on the big picture. It's not just about you. What does the company need from you today? What does your business need from you today? What does the factory need from you? What does the restaurant need for you? What are the company goals? And know that you may not always know what those goals are, but you are an important part of those goals, and a change in your work job task for that day is an important part of that goal. It's important to be flexible. Accept multiple perspectives. I was just talking about that. What that means, perspective means view. So know that your view is not the only view. There's the manager's view, there's the CEO's view, there's your coworker's view. All the different managers and supervisors that are involved in your job, they all might have different views and different views about what you should be doing that day. Be open to failure. If they're asking you to do something new, it might not work out, but be willing to try. Mistakes is how we learn. So you learn from your mistakes, and maybe you won't be put on that job again, but at least you tried. Or you could succeed at the job, and then you'll be a more valuable employee. Don't be afraid to ask for help. If they ask you to do a job you've never done before, let them know that you're going to need some training. So be flexible, have a positive attitude, focus on the big picture, accept multiple viewpoints that are going on in your company, be open to the ability to make mistakes, and you might fail at it, and that's okay. They asked you to do it. And don't be afraid to ask for help with a new job. I want to give you some good and bad examples of how to respond like a flexible employee. Okay? I'm here by myself, so I don't have anybody to do this with that. First one is Bobby. Hey Bobby, can you go over to the Elmer building today and help on that trash crew? Right? Here's two responses. Number one, sure boss, where do I meet them? Right? You said yes, and then you asked a clarifying question. The second option is, oh boss, I don't like that building. Can't I do something else? Let's move on to the second one. Your boss says, Susie, I need you to work an extra hour today so we can meet this deadline. Number one answer, sure boss, I like making extra money. I'll call my ride to let them know. So even though Susie didn't have a ride at the time that she was going to get off work, she is making arrangements so that she can stay the extra hour to help the team. Or the number two response was, no, I can't stay late. All right, the third one. John, can I show you how to use the floor buffer? We need to get these floors clean. So the boss is telling you why she wants to teach you a new job. Two responses. The first one, sure boss, I love to learn new things. All right, because it makes you a more valuable employee. Or number two, I don't think I can do that. I'm scared of that machine. Even my body posture changed with the second answer, right? If you answered number two to any of those questions, then I'm afraid you're not a very flexible employee, right? Sometimes our rides are not flexible, and I understand that, but try your best, okay? Try your best. Call and see if you can make other arrangements to get home if it's a situation where they want you to work late. Sometimes employers want you to come in on your day off, right? That requires a change of plans, but you're doing it for the team. All of the number one answers here start with sure boss, right? Of course, you don't have to say it that way as long as you're saying yes to the request. You're being flexible and you're being adaptable and you're doing what the team needs, what the company needs from you today to get the company goals accomplished for that day. You are an important part of that, and you want to make sure that you say yes when your boss asks you to do different things. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for being a flexible employee. Your boss and your coworkers are going to appreciate your flexibility and your willingness to help get the job done to benefit everyone. Thank you again for watching.